That was great, man. You were like, I don't know if it's gonna fit in or whatever, man. That's
a prom song, man.
That
was awesome.
That's awesome, man.
And
That's
I wrote
great.
that song for you. Actually.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean,
we're meeting finally now.
But after years,
ago,
yeah, I know, man. It is weird. You're listening to What's New on Cruise at 97.5. 2 hours of new music, local music, national music. Scott Grimes music tonight, and Scott's. You live in L.A.?
I live in Calabasas.
Calabasas, yeah. So you're actually under our listening wing. We actually cover Calabasas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
I'm thrilled to be here.
Dude, we appreciate you coming in tonight. Now, so let's talk a little bit more about the acting career. You were just out on the road overseas. Now, talk about the men in tights or the married men or whatever.
Do you think you're the first one to actually say
No, I don't. I don't at all.
I did get, I did a film with Russell Crowe about 13 years ago called Mystery Alaska, and I was the only one that saw it in the movie theater. But now that his career is so big, it took off, and we became friends, and we started doing music together because he's a musician.
Mm-hmm.
And we wrote some songs together and all that. And so when it came time for him to do Robin Hood, the merry men had to be merry for a couple of reasons. They had to drink, which I do,
which you're good at,
and they had to sing. So he, being friends with him, he thought of me as Will Scarlet, which was a redheaded guy. It's a big stretch, but and he hired me for the movie. So it was that simple, and we did during the process of making the movie. We sang at every pub in London, and had a bunch of Guinness, and closed a lot of places down, and a big part of the movie was just singing. So it became we definitely when the movie came out, we toured Europe, Rome and Cannes and all these places, just sang everywhere, and people dug it. It wasn't like we didn't charge them.
Oh, you just went around.
Dude, we would go into a place. Sometimes places like 5-star restaurants and just set up. And if you didn't like it, you left. Because the truth is, they're not going to argue with Russell Crowe.
Right.
They're not going to kick Russell out. They're going to kick the people out that are complaining about it. So, at the end of the night, we had a core of down-home great people who just wanted to hear everybody kind of sing and drink a bit.
And drink some Guinness.
It's a big part of the movie, so music is a big part of that whole film, so it's cool.
So that's very, very cool.
Yeah.
And you're also on Sunday nights, so your voice will be on television here momentarily, yeah?
Steve Smith?
Yeah.
I've been doing Steve Smith, which is a character on American Dad, for the last 6 years.
And that's a cool story. I don't know how much time you have, but Seth MacFarlane, who created Family Guy.
Genius.
Yeah, he's amazing, right?
Yeah.
When Family Guy was canceled, him and I became friends, and he said, look, Family Guy's canceled. I'm starting this new show called American Dad, and I would love you to be a part of it. Because he was a big 80s fan. He loved Critters.
Okay.
Seriously, that's like the one time Critters actually helped my career, So he created American Dad and said, will you do the voice of the son on it? And I still had to audition, but the only voice I could come up with was this kind of SpongeBob-y, kind of Urkel kind of guy. And I went in, I did it, and we've been doing it for 6 years now, and it's been a blast.
No, I can imagine.
It's been a freaking blast, because he's amazing, first of all. His comedy writing and just his voices that he does. And he's a good, good guy to hang out with, too. And that's it. I mean, it's been a little gift, that show, You go in once a week and do it. And
that's what I wanted to ask you about. Yeah. Like, when you go in to do that, do you sit down and do you just read the script, or do you go in with everybody else and kind of go around the room?
You know what? The only thing that I offer that show is just this voice. Because ultimately what they do, all the writers on that show, they know exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm.
They can do it better than I can. So you go in, and let's say I have a line like, one of the original lines I had to do was,
thank you, Toshi. Your Asian proverbs have captured the moment once again.
So what you do is you do that line, and then you do it 3 times.
Thank you, Toshi.
You do it 3 different ways.
Your Asian proverbs have captured the moment once again. Thank you, Toshi. Your Asian proverbs have captured the moment once again.
So you do it 3 times, and then they choose from the 3. And then they can freaking edit it into whatever.
Sure. That's what I'm recording right now, and I can go back and cut that and paste it however I want to.
Exactly.
So I mean,
the world we live in today.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that's
so I get kudos for something that maybe I had nothing really to do with.
So that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And just thinking about all the other movies you talk about. Critters, dude. Critters throws me for a loop, man. Because I mean, like that's
Critters,
one of those
man.
movies that my brother, who's a little bit older than me,
still
made
around,
me
too.
watch all the time, and
I
gave me
just
bad
went to
dreams.
Comic-Con. I went to Comic-Con, which is the big, comic book
Oh,
convention
dude,
event.
I'm a huge Lost fan.
Yeah. So it's the Comic-Con is now turned into every movie goes. It's not just comic books. It's not just, So we go there every year and we do in front of like 6,000 people. American Dad does a table read.
Oh, really?
And the funny thing is and after the table read we do in front of all these people, we have an autograph session where we sign all these American Dad posters. But this year, for some weird reason, half the people had Critters posters. Like
They were ready for you.
They were ready, man. Like Critters has become this like cult movie. It's unbelievable. I even heard a rumor that they might even redo it, but I don't know why. Not because it's bad, but because
you can't.
The
really
greatest thing
redo
about that movie is how B movie it is.
Yeah.
And to remake that movie, and why would you ever take that movie seriously? That's the whole fun of it. Is you don't take it seriously.
Right.
It's like Ghoulies or remember that one?
Puppet Master. You remember the Puppet Master ones?
Dude, of course. Leprechaun. Yeah. All these movies that were like these cult movies.
Yep.
That were crap, but they were good because they were crap.
And that's why you wanted to watch them. That's why you were. That's what you were looking for.
They did go on and make Critters 3 and 4, though. I will tell you.
With
Leonardo DiCaprio.
without you.
Without me. No, they offered me. I'm actually in Critters 3. I get like a 40-cent check every 5 years because they use a clip, like Leonardo DiCaprio, I think, who's in Critters 3, says, "Remember back in the when Brad Brown did the thing?" That was my character. And they show a clip from Critters 2.
And it's just you for a couple seconds.
Me for a couple seconds. And I've made like $17.
Once a year.
Once a year. Exactly.
Mailbox money. All right, let's continue with Scott Grimes live in the studio. You want to do another tune on piano?
Yeah, sure,
All
man.
right, let's do it, man.
Well, this is can I tell a story before every song? Is that all right?
Absolutely.
This is what's new on Cruise.
Do you take commercials ever?
Well, we'll do that a little bit.
All right, cool. I dig it. Now, listen. I know you guys like I like a whole array of music. But someone called me up after my record, and they were making a movie. You probably don't remember it, but it was called What Love Is. It was starring Cuba Gooding Jr., Sean Astin.
He's the Reading Rainbow guy, right?
He's what?
The Reading Rainbow guy.
What is that?
I don't know. It was on like PBS or something.
Cuba Gooding was?
I think so.
The
Am I
Academy
right
Award-winning
about
actor
that?
from Jerry Maguire?
He's a Jerry Maguire. That's how I know him, Jerry Maguire guy.
Cuba
I
Gooding
could be
Jr.,
wrong.
dude.
I'm wrong?
Yeah, you're
Wrong
wrong.
guy.
You might be
All
wrong.
Ben Vereen or something.
There's Ben Vereen. It might be Ben Vereen, actually. That's nobody out there knows what we're talking about. Right. That's cool. I'm digging it.
It is.
So the movie was called What Love Is, and they said to me, this is a funny story because it's not actually that funny. Nobody's gonna actually laugh, but I heard What Love Is. Wow, What Love Is. What a great title. So I started to write this thing like this beautiful thing, and I'll play it for you right now, but when the movie came out and it was about like everybody sleeping with everybody, and it was this kind of like modern, like I'm not kidding, like one guy's husband is going out there, why? It was a really fun movie, and then at the end of the movie you hear it's beautiful, but a very sappy love song. Like at the end of the movie, and they bought that song long before I ever wrote it, so I got lucky. So this is the song, and it's actually I'm not ragging on the song, I'm really not, because it's a beautiful song. But whether it fit this type of movie, I don't know. You tell me. Okay.
Scott Grimes live on Cruise.
Sorry, I thought I knew you. There's gotta be a better way someday, and I know I see right through you, that you should be the one for me. And I know I've been living without you, and I know I've been wasting my time after time, and I don't ever wanna be doubted. I'm not the one to lie, love is what we take
about what I'm made of. Well, I can't see clear. She comes around again. I can't live without forever let it end. Oh, and I see you waiting for the moment that I come to you and say it's gonna be alright. And I see this moment for the rest of life to come. 'Cause that's what love is what we take on, what I dream about, what I'm made of. Well, I can't see clear. She comes around again. I can't live without forever let it end. That's what love is. Oh, that's what love is.
So there you go. So this movie comes out.
Well, that doesn't sound like it fits the movie at all. Like the movie you described, that doesn't.
And they buried it in like the second song in the credits where everyone's already in their car. Not that I did anything wrong, but they're like, what love is? It's a love story. Write a love song. And I did.
Right.
That's
Hey,
on
Bob.
the new record, and here I am ragging on it. Crazy. Hey!
All right, so we got Scott Grimes hanging with the studio tonight here on What's New on Cruise at 97.5. And you talked about those dreaded commercials, so we're going to have to take a commercial break, but we will be
here
back.
they are.
Yes, here they are. But we'll be back in just moments with more live stuff in the studio, plus we'll do some stuff off the CD in just a couple minutes. It's Cruise at 97.5, 2 hours of new music every Sunday from 6 to 8.
Star of it.
I hate to fly.